Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you, volunteer. I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we've got clarity. We've got an ace of swords, right? And that is going to go with our volunteer 10 of wands. I think you've been under a lot of pressure lately. Okay. I think that you've been feeling a lot of, it feels like kind of pain on both sides of the body, right? Either legs, hips, kind of up into your back, but it's on both sides. There's two kind of, painful spots there. I feel like you've been overworking yourself a little bit, right? I feel like a situation right now is feeling like a 10 of wands. Feels like it's kind of like you're boiling in it, like it's just turned up all the way to 10. And you're ready for it to be released, right? It's just kind of like there's a lid on the pot and you're boiling the water and someone's holding the lid on. And all of this stuff needs to get out. And this, to me, is the release of all of this pressure. This is clarity. This is just sudden relief of all of it. It just all kind of gets lifted and gets washed away. This would be a real blessing right now, right? But with the 10 of wands, I feel like it is, you're getting close to the finish line with something because it hurts so bad to carry it. You've been carrying this burden, this work, this responsibility for so long that your muscles are getting really, really tired. And you've got to be close because of how painful it is right now, because of how bad you feel, When you start off carrying like a bundle of wood, it doesn't feel so bad. Your muscles are fresh. You're like, I can do this. 5 minutes, 6 minutes into it, you're like, oh boy, it's getting heavy. When we get to the 8, 9, 10 minutes later, we're just about to collapse, right? Our muscles are going to failure. The lactic acid builds up, and we just cannot move one more step. You need to, one more step. Because when you feel this kind of pain, that's how you know that you've been carrying it for a long time. And we see that Ace of Swords as the relief. You can finally put this burden down. Yeah, and that's a real blessing. 3 of Pentacles, yeah, you're doing something. You picked up this bundle of wood for a reason. And that's to build this successful life, to create this successful business, to get something perhaps off the ground, right? 3 of Pentacles. We've got the Hierophant. For some reason, I feel with the Hierophant and the 3 of Pentacles, I feel like you started a franchise or something, right? Like you started some kind of a business that was it's kind of like a business in a box, There's the 8, yep. And there's the Princess of Cups. The fish in the percolator. This is the dream. This is the dream manifesting. This is you following the dream. I kind of feel like we're doing something, and maybe this is like the boss, maybe this is like some authority or something that told you to pick up, told you that the way to succeed is by picking up all of this wood and carrying it forward. So that could be we're following the instructions of a master. But I almost wonder if this is like a kind of master plan, a master list, if this is like the franchise in a box, right? And it's something that we are trying to establish so that we can live our dream. Maybe the dream is, to be a business owner, for financial freedom, whatever it is. Wheel of Fortune. That's very hopeful, right? the Eon or Judgment card, a Princess of Wands, and a Four of Wands. The work is not over yet, for one thing. This was just one leg of the journey carrying all this wood, right? There's going to be a lot more. There's going to be a lot more big tasks for you, I'm pretty sure. But this is all leading towards something, right? This is all leading toward you really manifesting your goals. I don't know if it's a franchise. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. But this is a real blessing, right? That you have the opportunity to do this hard work to manifest your dream. You know, when we know we're creating our life, we're creating our best life, we are leveling up our future, we are on the wheel of fortune, the wheel of the fortune. It's a blessing to have this kind of burden. You know what I mean? Because we know that we're building something. This is why people go to the gym. I don't mind getting sore at the gym because I know that I'm building something. I know that I'm doing it for a good reason, for my fitness, for my health, right? And so when we put in a lot of work, day in, day out, I feel like you're burning the candle at both ends. I feel like you really need to get more sleep. Yeah. But it's for a good reason. We're putting in all this work because we're following our dream. Because you're manifesting something that is for you, something that you are in charge of, something that you are doing. So I don't feel like it's a boss telling you, take that wood, move it over there. No, I feel like maybe the boss is your higher self. Maybe the Hierophant is your higher self. And the higher self can be a bit of a taskmaster. Can tell you, go pick up that wood and take it over there. But I don't wanna. Well, we do it. Because we understand that the true self, the higher self, is guiding us toward our best life. Toward the manifestation of your dream life. It's a real blessing to have this kind of problem, right? A real blessing. Spirit's telling me there's a connection with chickens. Maybe it's a farm. I don't know what the connection with chickens are. White ones, red beak, pecking at the ground sort of chickens. Yeah. I don't know what the connection is there. Sometimes these details come through and they make me smile because I don't know why I'm being shown this image. But it's meant for someone out there. If it's not yours, don't worry about it. Just save it for the next person. You know, I think it's a validation of the energy that we're in, and I think Spirit likes to add these details in to offer synchronicities for whoever that message was meant for. But just to confirm and validate, that we're in the right kind of energy today. You know. So let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we are just going to set it down right over here. We're going to put Alien, Simon Mork, Ripley, and Tiny Bob Ross right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during this tarot card reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise, okay? We're going to be working out our intuition today. All right. So we do have some major arcana energies. And this is really, really good. It kind of says that if we follow instructions, if we listen to our higher self, if we are obedient to the path that's being shown to us, then we will work our way up this wheel and we will level up our lives. We will break through to a new level of success. The Eon card's in the position of your environment. So this is really that whatever this is, it feels like some sort of a business, some sort of a financial kind of thing. Something that is going to really improve your earthly life. You're really leveling up your earthly life here. But at the same time, you have all these other benefits of this too, the spiritual connection. You've got this, the emotional connection with what you're doing, with the dream itself. Yeah. Now, I feel like there's something, Spirit's telling me there's something about a childhood friend. Yeah, and I don't know if it's someone that you're still in contact with or somebody that's not really in the picture anymore. They have an S name. It's either S or SH. It's hard for me to tell. But I feel like it's childhood friends. Yeah, somebody that maybe was like a best friend when you were growing up, but maybe you haven't spoken to them in a while. I think they're going to be reaching out to you. I feel like the two of you kind of were like this, inseparable. But then as you got older, you started going down different paths in life. I feel like they're going to reach out to you. Yeah. And I think you're going to welcome that communication. Okay. Anyway, so major arcana. We've got then some fire, fire, fire. We've got just a little bit of water, a little bit of air, and then we've got earth and earth. Okay. So the Three of Pentacles. You understand the process of creation on the physical plane. You know why you've got to do all this Ten of Wands stuff. You know why you're burning yourself out. You know, you understand what it's all for. You understand how E equals MC squared, right? It makes sense to you. It doesn't make it any easier to do it, but at least it kind of makes sense, you know. And so I think there's something in motion that you're trying to get off the ground. Maybe literally, I don't know. Maybe something about maybe you're getting your pilot's license. But I feel like we're trying to get something working so that it can level up. You know, trying to get a business off the ground so that it can really take off. You know, there's something to do with flying with you, because I keep seeing like an airplane taking off and airplanes in flight. I don't know if this involves maybe a lot of travel for you, or if it does have something to do with like airplanes or airplane travel. Maybe you're building something, maybe it's a model airplane, maybe you repair airplanes, I don't know. But whatever it is, while it does require a lot of hours, a lot of hard work, and a lot of vitality, a lot of energy, it really does, it feels like you've got a backpack full of bricks on. Okay? It's still something that requires a lot of attention. So it's really, this seems like it's you know, one of those survivor shows, or like American Gladiator or something, right? You strap a backpack full of bricks and we keep you up for a week straight, and then we expect you to do some very minute kind of detailed tasks, right, that require a lot of concentration and a lot of fine motor skills. And it's quite a challenge, right? I can't even stay up more than a night or two without feeling completely uncoordinated, more so than usual. But that's what the Eight of Pentacles is, the attention to detail. Despite what's going on, you can't just rush through. You can't just take your big bundle of sticks and just throw it the rest of the way. It has to be done properly. Things have to be done right. It's quality over quantity. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. But also go fast. You know, it's a Ten of Wands. This is a situation that's been cranked up to maximum, right? So maybe there is a deadline coming up or something at some point soon. And so we feel a kind of rushed energy, but we also know that we got to take our time and do it right. Okay? If this is a business, a project, if it's a relationship, if it's something already like at work in your current career, or you're doing something, a new career, we don't want the quality of our work to suffer. If you're lifting weights, you don't just kind of rush through the last 3 or 4 repetitions. Every bench press, I don't know if people still bench press or not, every bench press has to be good technique, good quality, or it doesn't count, right? And you got to do it again. And I think you understand that too. I think you're really aware of all of this, you know. And what I really like is the clarity This, for one, this is, to me, this kind of feels like a runner's high. You know, when you're in this kind of Ten of Wands state, it's almost like you're spiritually, mentally just kind of blissed out. That there's just a certain kind of euphoria, a certain kind of connectedness that happens in a situation like this. I think that's going on as well, but I also think that there is I think there's a major relief coming. When this particular task is completed, there's going to be a lot of relief, a lot of joy, but it's kind of like a quiet joy. It's like a silence. It's like just appreciating the silence and the stillness, right, after all this chaos. Now, Spirit's telling me that you had an experience when you were a child. I feel like it wasn't a supernatural experience. It wasn't quite like a UFO experience, but I feel like your higher self came to you when you were younger. Felt like an angel, maybe felt like something came from the sky and was interacting with you. Yeah. So I think with the Hierophant, I think you've had a strong connection with your true self, your higher self, your guardian angel for a long time. I don't know what you call this energy personally. If you call it true self, if you call it guardian angel or spirit or whatever. But I feel like you've had maybe you call it Larry, I don't know. There's been a strong connection most of your life with this energy. So there really is this sense of trust here. And that leads to the Ace of Swords as well, because this is an empty mind. This is not a mind that's searching for answers. This is tranquility and clarity, even in all this chaos. Because you're trusting in the process. You're trusting in that guardian angel. And there's no other swords cards here, so there's no questions. This card doesn't mean you have all the answers, but it also means that you're not looking for answers. That we're doing what we do, we're trusting in the process, and we are working toward this manifestation. The manifestation of your dream. And I think that when you were a child, you started to have a lot of visions of this dream. I think you started it started to take shape when you were very young. And now maybe not the exact details, right? But the overall picture of what you would be doing, how you'd be doing it, and what the results of this work will be, I think started coming to you in pieces, like little puzzle pieces from a very young age. Yeah. I think that's when you started getting into stuff like tarot cards and astrology and things like that to learn the language that your true self, guardian angel, was speaking to you, to learn how to kind of arrange the symbols and things like that, And so the Princess of Cups really is a very, very important card because that dream is still here. And it's kind of like the same dream from childhood, the same vision, and perhaps it even feels like it was yesterday. I don't have much of a sense of like a lot of time going by. I feel like when you're in this kind of this energy here, time takes on a different meaning for you. Like it's not that it's distorted, but that it's almost all combined into one moment. Past, present, and future are all right now to you. Yeah. So it could be you've been working on something, it could be 30 years, right? But it feels like it's all been just kind of one moment. It's a very odd feeling I'm getting. Anyway, let's go to the Path of the Serpent. And as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, well, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it's good for the channel. And I appreciate that. Okay. All right, Wheel of Fortune. I think you've always known that you have a destiny. And even this card itself is kind of talking about time, right? The relativity of time. I always say that this card is Spirit's wristwatch. It's the cosmic timepiece. As humans, we don't understand cosmic time, spiritual time. Things happen when they happen. They happen in the present, the past, the future. We don't know. We just try to roll with it, right? We try to just hang on to the wheel and hope that we get to the top of it. I think you have a different relationship with this. I almost think you have some kind of experience with time travel. I know it sounds funny, But there's something there with you. And the whole time travel thing. I don't know if it's like a memory that you have, or if you have memories, but they're like of the future. Something's going on with time and time travel in your energy right now, and I don't know exactly what that is. But you've always known that you have a destiny, that you have a path that you are on, and there's never really been a lot of doubt in you. You've always had a kind of certainty. Yeah. I'm feeling that you had even a health concern recently, like a major kind of scare, right? Maybe some test results came back that really looked bad. Maybe the doctor, maybe there was some imaging. I kind of think it was like an MRI or something. It looked bad, right? Big, major health scare. And then it turns out it was like a smudge. It was just like the ink got smudged, or somebody had their finger on the X-ray machine. I don't know what it was. But it turned out to be nothing, right? And I think your people around you were freaking out, but you were just like, it's going to be okay. Like I feel this kind of tranquility in you. And maybe because you already saw that happen, kind of with the whole time connection, or you have this certainty from spirit, from higher self, guardian angel, that no need to worry. No need to worry is kind of that's the phrase, right? I don't know if you kept telling people that. There's no need to worry. And people were like, what do you mean, no need to worry, right? Anyway, I think that's one experience of many. And also, I don't know why this is a thing. You don't like cotton balls? Or you don't like the sound of cotton balls, I think. There's something with cotton between your fingers, and it's just kind of it's almost like if your friends really want to kind of freak you out, they just throw cotton balls at you. And that really, like, that's the one thing that kind of bugs you, I guess. I don't know what that is. Anyway, let's get back on track. Let's talk about the Wheel of Fortune too. I always say that sometimes we feel as if we're at the bottom of the wheel, that we're between the rubber and the road, just kind of getting squished down there. I feel like even in the bad times, the difficult times, the lean years of life, you had that vibe. No need to worry. No need to worry. Yeah. Because I think how that things go in cycles like that. Yeah, sometimes you're going to have some lean years, sometimes you're going to have some fat years. It all kind of evens out at the end. So I feel like you're not bothered by the ups and downs of life. That you take them as they come, and you do what you need to do, and you work hard, of course, and you don't want to be in any kind of suffering, but that's how the wheel turns. Yeah. But now, Wheel of Fortune gives way to the Eon card. This is the real breakthrough. This is the doorway. This is a definite step forward in life. So whatever the work is here, it's not the same as it has been. This is that major defining moment. This is what it has all been for, where you kind of, you're jumping timelines here or something. Right? We're teleporting to an alternate universe now. It's something that we've been preparing for a very long time, which seems like an infinite moment, but this is that doorway, and you are stepping through it. And this is really, the business thing is leveling up, but your spiritual life, it seems like we're talking outside the boundaries of time and space here. Okay? The childhood friend, I almost am getting the feeling that they have passed. I kind of get, it's almost, I don't know if that maybe it's a twin flame kind of thing, but I almost feel like this was a part of you that got split apart. Something that has proceeded on to a different dimension while you finish your work here. And so I wonder if this is about the reunion of that energy. I feel like it's somebody that had passed a long time ago. And I kind of feel like they're waiting for you to take this next level up in your spiritual evolution, in your consciousness. And then, because I still get that feeling that they're going to be making contact, you know? It's a very, very strange feeling. Very strange feeling. And I don't know. See, we got the Princess of Wands here with your Princess of Cups. And I kind of feel like beyond this doorway is where this energy is. And I feel like there's a connection that's going to be made. And I wonder if this Four of Wands here is you putting all the puzzle pieces together. And finally seeing what all of this is for. It feels like you're building a freaking time machine here, right? I mean, it really does. It feels like this is kind of, we've been working and working and working on this. Now it's finally time to get in the machine and turn it on. Feels like that movie Contact, or the book. The book's a lot better than the movie. The movie's good. Jodie Foster. She was in True Detective this last season. I don't know if you watched that. But I remember reading Contact, Carl Sagan, when I was in high school. And I thought it was the most amazing book that I'd ever read, with all the kind of mathematics in there and all the metaphysics and just all this kind of things that really made you think, you know? And it kind of feels like that's what's going on here, to be honest with you, right? It's a very strange feeling. I feel there's a connection with a very warm place. South America, Central America, right? Somewhere near the equator. I feel like there's a warm, hot, kind of a hot place, really, not even warm. It's like a hot place. It does feel a little bit more desert than kind of jungle, right? I don't know, maybe we're talking Egypt or somewhere kind of over there. But a very, very hot, dry place for you. Okay? I don't know if that's where you're going or if that's where you're from. There's a connection there for you. Okay? All right, well, the Four of Wands feels like this is finally things being completed. This is now all the pieces of the puzzle are together, and this is ready. This Three of Pentacles is ready to take off. Whatever this is, kind of looks like a machine that we've built. It looks like a flying craft, and it's now ready to lift off. Very strange energy. Very strange energy. I do hope you'll leave me some comments and let me know what kind of what some of this is about. You don't have to leave any personal information, but just give me a wink if I'm on the right track here, you know. I say we look at the mystery card now and see if that maybe can tie some things together. I don't know what I'm expecting here. I want to maybe see some air energy, maybe a Six of Swords. We have that Ace. Maybe we need a little bit more, right? Maybe we need something more kind of specific with the air energy. Like a Six, I think would be nice. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we need the Moon card. Maybe we need your Power card. That's showing that you're kind of going where no one's gone before, right? Into that unknown, into that mystery. Transcending. You're going into that, well, now it feels like a Star Trek episode, right? Anyway, if you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Let's see what we've got here. A Two of Cups. There is a reunion happening. It could be that you are creating something and you will, on the other side, meet with your higher self, have union with God, Goddess, Deity, Guardian Angel, Spirit Guide. But I feel like there's also this union with this lost counterpart. It's almost a twin flame kind of thing. But there is that union that's happening. And this is healing some kind of an old wound, maybe the wound when they got taken from you. Yeah. There's a lot of healing going on here. And I think maybe this has kind of always been the plan, was for this reunion, was to reunite with this energy, whatever it is. Maybe this has always been the purpose of why you're building all of this. Yeah. Did you get caught stealing when you were a kid? Spirits tell me that you had to return something to a store because someone found out that you had taken it. I don't think the store found out, but like your parents or something like that, or your friend kind of tattled on you. But you went back to the store and you had to give it back and say sorry, right? I feel like that memory is still with you. It could be that you think about that every so often, you know. There's also some sort of car thing that needs to happen. I think there's something with the wheel. Maybe you have a flat. Maybe your wheel's making a weird noise, or there's some vibration there. But you're getting the car fixed, right? I think it feels like you're getting everything ready, getting everything kind of prepared for this really big leveling up in your life. This has got to be one of the weirdest readings that I've ever had, but I like it. And we are going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, there's a link at the end of the video. There's a link down beneath the video in the video description. New readings for Pisces every Thursday and Sunday. I'm here every day, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Come back and see me tomorrow. I would love to hear from you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know if this is resonating. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.